Ladies and gentlemen, we are now joined by the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, our chief guest for the day. The National Anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. Namaskar, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me in extending a very warm welcome to our chief guest, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, to the National Energy Conservation Awards 2024. We also like to extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed dignitaries, Shri Shripad Nayak ji, Honorable Minister of State for Power and New and Renewable Energy, Shri Pankaj Agarwal ji, Secretary, Ministry of Power, and Shri Shrikant Nagulapalli ji, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Power and Director General, Bureau of Energy Efficiency. We heartily welcome all of you. May I now request Shri Pankaj Agarwal, Secretary, Ministry of Power, to formally welcome the gathering in his words. Sir.
Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, Honorable Minister of State for Power and New and Renewable Energy, Shripad Nayak ji, Excellencies from partner countries, esteemed guests, distinguished delegates, national awardees, and dear school children, good afternoon. It's truly a privilege to welcome you all on this momentous occasion, the National Energy Conservation Day 2024. Today we come together to celebrate not only achievements, but also a shared vision for a sustainable, energy-efficient future. A vision built on the collective resolve of individuals, industries, and institutions who recognize the critical importance of conserving energy for the benefit of our planet and the generations to come. The presence of Honorable Vice President of India graces this event with a profound significance. Your presence here underscores the importance of energy conservation as a cornerstone of India's development strategy. India's progress in energy conservation has been both inspiring and exemplary. The Standards and Labelling Program and the programs like the large-scale deployment of LED lighting have revolutionized energy consumption across households. The Perform, Achieve and Trade scheme has incentivized industries to reach world-class efficiency levels. The newly launched Indian Carbon Market is a testament to our commitment to fostering a sustainable energy-based ecosystem. National Energy Conservation Day also resonates deeply with the principles of Mission Life, Lifestyle for Environment, a call to action by our Honorable Prime Minister. This mission encourages every citizen to adopt environmentally conscious behaviors in their daily lives. Energy conservation is central to this vision. And today's celebration is a powerful reminder that small, deliberate actions by individuals can have a transformative impact on our planet. Today, we gather not only to honor our awardees, but to draw inspiration from their remarkable stories. These individuals, industries, and institutions have shown us that innovation, determination, and collaboration can create ripples of change. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the bodies. Your achievements remind us that progress is possible when we work together with purpose and dedication. A special word of appreciation goes out to the young participants who have expressed their imagination and creativity through their vibrant paintings on energy conservation. These children represent our hope for the future. I am confident that their energy and enthusiasm will inspire many others to adopt sustainable practices, further strengthening India's resolve to conserve energy and protect our planet. As we observe National Energy Conservation Day, let us remember that energy conservation is not merely about reducing consumption. It is about empowering economic growth, safeguarding the environment, and creating a legacy of sustainability for future generations. It is about taking responsibility for the resources we use and ensuring that we leave behind a world that is better than the one we inherited. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I request Shri Shripad Nayak Ji, Minister of State for Power and New and Renewable Energy, to welcome the Honorable Vice President of India by presenting him with a shawl. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Now we invite Sehaj Chaturbhuj Ramani of class 7th from Hillwood School, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, the winner of National Level Painting Competition Group A, to felicitate the Honorable Vice President of India by presenting him with his own painting. A big round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. May I now invite Shri Shripad Nayak, Honorable Minister of State for Power and New and Renewable Energy, to kindly address the gathering now.
Namaskar, Honorable Vice President of India, Sri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, Energy Minister from State Governments, Secretary Power, Sri Pankaj Agarwal ji, Additional Secretary and DGB, Sri Srikant Nagulapalli ji, Senior Officers, esteemed delegates, awardees, school children, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly an honor to address you all on National Energy Conservation Day 2024. This occasion reflects our nation's commitment to conserving the energy and moving decisively towards a sustainable and equitable future. India's energy transition is not just an economic necessity, but also a moral obligation. As a country with one of the lowest per capita emission globally, we are nevertheless committed to taking bold stride in decarbonizing our economy, reducing the energy waste and expanding access to clean energy. Energy efficiency is not only about the conservation, but also about unlocking the new opportunities for growth and development. Through initiatives like the Performs, Achieve, and Trade, and the Standards and Labeling Program, India has demonstrated the tangible benefit of energy efficiency. This program have resulted in significant energy saving while reducing the carbon footprint across sectors. Amendment to Energy Conservation Act in 2022 has widened the scope of energy conservation and transition by mandating the minimum share of the consumption of non-fossil sources by designated consumer as energy or feedstock and setting up a framework for carbon credit trading scheme. These measures exemplify how India is translating the policy into action. India's success in every efficiency lies in its inclusive approach. Various programs such as PAT, Standard and Labeling, and Ujala has led to large saving in energy consumption. Micro, small and medium enterprises plays a pivotal role in our energy conservation mission. Through sector-specific mapping and initiatives like the establishment of Energy Management Center, we have facilitated the adoption of the energy-efficient technologies across 870 SMEs in 20 clusters. These efforts ensure that smaller enterprises contribute to and benefit from our nation's energy transition. Our Urja Mitra program has further supported the MSMEs by deploying the certified energy auditor to provide the technical handholding. The program exemplifies our localized support can unlock the energy saving and enhance the economic growth in smaller industrial units. The Energy Conservation Building Code, which applies to commercial and residential building, continues to revolutionize urban infrastructure. Currently, 25 states and union territories have adopted ECBC, covering over 476 urban local bodies. This has enabled the approval of more than 2,400 ECBC compliant building, reflecting our commitment to sustainable construction practices. Moving further, we have upgraded the ECBC to Energy Conservation Sustainable Building Code. Complementing this is the Eco Nivas Sahita, which sets performance benchmark for the residential building, ensuring that homes across the country are designed to minimize the energy consumption while maximizing the comfort and efficiency. The EV Yatra portal, launched by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, represents another significant milestone in facilitating electric mobility. With over 25,000 public charging stations operational across the country, we are ensuring seamless transition for EV users while reducing the dependency on fossil fuel. Innovation is the cornerstone of India's energy conservation strategy. The carbon credit trading scheme introduced in 2023 is fostering a market-driven approach to emission reductions. Furthermore, investment in battery energy storage systems and green hydrogen technologies are paving the way for a future where India's lead in clean energy adoption and innovation. I'm especially proud of the role of our children are playing in this mission. Their participation in the National Painting Competition on Energy Conservation shows their commitment to creating a sustainable future. They remind us that the decision we make today will define the world they inherit tomorrow. While the government continues to lead to the policy framework and program, the journey towards the sustainability requires collective effort. Industry leaders must champion energy efficiency in their day-to-day operation. Local governments must facilitate its adoption, and citizens must make the conscious choice to reduce the wasteful energy consumption. Through our attitudinal change, energy saving and energy consciousness has to become a way of life for all of us, and we have to do it diligently as our national duty. Today, as we celebrate the winners of the National Energy Conservation Award, I urge each one of you to carry forward this mission in your individual capacity as well as at organizational level. Together, we can ensure that India not only achieves its climate goal but also set an example for the world to follow. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the awardees. Let us continue to work together to make India a beacon of energy efficiency and sustainability. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. The Bureau of Energy Efficiency under the Ministry of Power organizes national-level painting competition on energy conservation, both at state and national level every year. This year, the painting competition was on the Save Energy to Save the Environment, and conservation is key, let's protect our air and tree. May I please request our chief guest, the Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, to kindly present the prizes to the winners of the National Painting Competition 2024. Under the Group A of Class 5th, 6th and 7th Standard students, the first prize goes to Sahed Chaturbhuj Ramani of Class 7th from Hillwood School, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. The second prize in the same category goes to Sriram Prasad Ankula of Class 6th from PM Shri Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalay, Gajpati, Odisha. The third prize is awarded to Agan Lalit Kumar of Class 7th from St. Edward School, Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. Under the Group B, which comprises of 8th, 9th and 10th standard students, the first prize goes to Ritesh Guha Roy of Class 10th from Bhavans Tripura Vidya Mandir, Agartala, Tripura. The second prize goes to Nishtha Priyam Sharma of Class 9th from Gurukul Grammar Senior Secondary School, Guwahati, Assam. The third prize goes to Rudransh Jindal of Class 10th from St. Edward School, Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. Many congratulations to all the students. Thank you, sir. May I request the Honorable Vice President of India to kindly please present the Energy Conservation Awards sector-wise now, starting with winners of Industries and Establishments category. Starting with the cement sector, the first prize is being awarded to Dalmia Cement Bharat Limited from Cuttack, Odisha. Shri Pankaj Gupta, Unit Head, will receive the prize. In chlor-alkali sector, the first prize is being awarded to Grasim Industries Limited, Chemical Division from Palamu, Jharkhand. Shri Mayank Sharma, CEO, Grasim Chlor-alkali, will receive the prize. In drug and pharmaceutical sector, the first prize is being awarded to Deccan Fine Chemicals India Private Limited, Ankaleshwar, Gujarat. Shri DVS Narayan Raju, Managing Director, will receive the prize. In food and processing sector, the first prize is being awarded to the take-home ration plant Sumul Food Factory from Chalthan, Gujarat. Mr. Mansingh Bhai K. Patel, Chairman, will receive the prize. In paper and pulp sector, the first prize is being awarded to Khanna Paper Mills Limited from Amritsar, Punjab. Shri Rahul Khanna, Managing Director, will receive the prize. Khanna Paper Mills Limited from Amritsar, Punjab. First prize in paper and pulp sector. Congratulations to all the winners and contributors. सभी के लिए जोरदार तालियां. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now welcome our chief guest, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, for delivering a special address on this occasion. Sir.
Good afternoon, all of you. Shripad Yesho Naik, Honorable Minister of State for Power, a politician who has been in Lok Sabha for 6 consecutive terms. I had the good fortune to be in Lok Sabha in 1989 for 1 term. That was also not completed. So for every month I spent in Parliament, our Honorable Minister has spent 2 years. His commitment, therefore, would ensure ground realization of the objectives, and I have no doubt about it. Shri Pankaj Agrawal, Secretary, Ministry of Power, brings on the table administrative experience. And I have said on several occasions, Indian bureaucracy makes entry through toughest of the examinations. They are so grilled and groomed to serve the nation. And if they are not held back, their achievements are exponential and incremental. And I have had the occasion to see this briefly when I entered the premises. First, a photograph with the children. They were teenagers, sparkling eyes, full of energy. I recall my days when from the village I went for the first time to Sunday school. My village then had no electricity, no water, no toilet. Unthinkable situations. And a scholarship put me in that situation. I still remember, we don't call them batchmates, but I can call them schoolmates. The system changed us. So when I looked at the boys and girls, I had unbelievable energy transformed into my body. And this was so ably complemented when I went through that painting exhibition. As luck would have it, and these are providential interventions, I focused on one particular painting. I read the message, and the message was, when human mind is sold, everything is sold. S-O-L-V-E-D. I am from a village. I did not say S-O-L-D. So there should be no mistake on that count. Immediately my mind was activated. That the problem which I face while sitting in the chair in Rajya Sabha, the solution is easy in the painting. When human mind is sold, everything is sold. And what a pleasant coincidence. The painting presented to me by Sahaj Chaturbhuj Ramani, class 7 student of Hillwoods School, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, was the same painting. Same painting. Sri Srikant Nagulapalli, Director General, Bureau of Energy Efficiency and Additional Secretary, Ministry of Power. I am sure well complemented combination with the Secretary of the Department. Distinguished guests, my congratulations to the awardees and my love and affection for the children. This program is a unique program. Contours of this program transcend and encompass, transcend every activity and bring in the sweep every aspect, as was indicated by Pankaj Agarwal. Economy, energy, societal progress, to refer to just few. And therefore our convergence on this day to commemorate National Energy Conservation Day has many purposes. One, we have been facing, but the realization of that challenge is more than ever. Existential challenge to our planet Earth on account of menacing climate change. And the resolution lies not with one individual, one nation, or one organization, but Bharat as home to 1/6 of humanity and the most vibrant functional democracy on the planet has to take the lead. And therefore, this is a day when we must think within. If we don't act now, we will have no time to act. As a matter of fact, we are cliffhanging. It is last of the last opportunity. Thankfully, there is global realization because humanity does not have another planet to cohabit beyond Mother Earth. This is also a realization for us how reckless we have been, how selfish we have been, how we failed ourselves, not others. And therefore, on this day, we have to take a call. Every individual in his or her right can contribute to this great mission, which is so very vital. The climate change, the crisis, the threatening problem, obliterate social barriers, rich or poor, urban or rural. We either act together or we perish together. When we faced COVID, I reflected that COVID is a non-discriminatory challenge. It affected all, rich, high and mighty, as also ordinary people like me. But the challenge had to be met in unison, in tandem, in togetherness. And a nation of 1.4 billion people overcame the challenge in a spirit of universal brotherhood by not only helping itself, but by helping 100 other nations with co-vaccine. And what a remarkable feat that was, that we became the only country in the world to make available digital certificates to one and all. That digital certification was a facet of energy conservation. When I attended a conference at Phnom Penh, I reflected to one of the global leaders that in your country you take care of paper industry. He was baffled. He couldn't understand the context of it. Obviously, he said, "How come you say so?" I said, "In your country, a large country, you give digital certificates? No. You give certificates on paper for co-vaccine. That has impact on environment. Paper industry does grow. In my country, we don't do that." And this was amazing for him. So conservation has several facets. Systemic conservation, conservation by the group, and more importantly, conservation by the individual. Let us not mistake, friends, consumption and conservation. With our exponential economic growth, unprecedented rise in infrastructure, activities like Make in India and Make for the entire world, energy is required. We have taken steps in the country where no longer there is calibration that energy is being supplied to a village. Energy is being supplied to a household. So consumption will go up. How do we conserve? That is the point in issue. And how do we act in a manner that we generate least damage to environment, ecology, and therefore I come to the awardees. The awardees demonstrated the power of innovation. I have not had the occasion to discuss with them in detail, but briefly I could get a feel of it. They are drawn from cement industry, textile industry, and I know out of my experience as a lawyer, there are industries that can really do a great job, because energy conservation needs stringent audit, self-audit also, and audit from outside. The surest way to degenerate an individual or an institution is to keep it away from scrutiny or probe. The moment someone thinks or an institution thinks we are beyond probe, degeneration starts. Let us apply this rigorous principle rigorously when it comes to conservation of energy. Friends, we need immediate, decisive and corrective action. Government mandates, industrial transformation and radical citizen commitment. We have civilizational ethos of thousands of years. Our Vedas, Purans, our epics, Mahabharata, Ramayana, and Gita's wisdom. If we look into that gold mine, we get real inspiration that conservation had always been a key factor, a facet of life. Conservation also does something very important. We have seen people displaying by conspicuous consumption. That no longer is in vogue, now it's declining. And from that perspective, our ancient wisdoms foresaw this crisis. The Shanti parts in the shape of a plea for environment harmony is no longer a philosophy. It has to be translated into action. Our desperate cry for survival is encapsulated in Dayo hai, Shanti hai, Prithvi Shanti hai. We need peace in sky. We need peace on earth. And we cannot have peace or harmony or tranquility unless there is an ecosystem that is affirmative for existence. Our civilizational wisdom is a heritage, and I would say, in a sense, survival manual, encyclopedic for this climate emergency. Bharatiya Sanskriti's sacred view of nature is a way of life will prevent environmental collapse. Look at our religious functions. Look at our sloks. Look at our method of worship. We invariably nurture nature, worship nature. We ensure by these activities that nature is nurtured and blossomed. And the Prime Minister, therefore, in such a situation, gave a clarion call that has become Jan Andolan, Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam. It is started as a modest way. I can tell you it is Jan Andolan. It is on this day we must take a pledge. Each one of us at least will have Ek Ped for Maa Ke Naam. We'll nurture it, take care of it. This is our societal obligation. It is started also with Swachh Bharat. initially these things come in for some kind of sharp attack or ridicule. But we have seen now how waste is being created into wealth. And therefore, time for us to change our mindset. Our fiscal strength, our fiduciary power cannot be a determining factor for utilization of natural resources, for utilization of energy. If people think I can afford, I want them to revisit their thoughts. This is not yours. It's a collective to the entire humanity. And therefore an obligation on us that there has to be optimal utilization of resources, optimal utilization of energy. And here comes the question. We must audit in our home, in our workplace, but more importantly, I'll appeal. Government machinery also needs to audit. This is one area which we take for granted, but it is fundamental. Every man, every woman working in a place must ensure there is no waste of energy. Once we do it, we will be contributing hugely, because individually the step may not be large in volume. Collectively, it will be an astronomical figure. Our resources on the planet are not infinite. They are limited. If we engage in reckless exploitation, then we are depriving our future generations what is their due. Thankfully, innovation and research have made available to us alternative sources, renewable sources. In G20, the nation took great initiative. And the initiative was the energy front also. But before that also, we could galvanize, catalyze International Solar Alliance. It is headquartered in National Capital Region. Countries more than 100 are its members. Now I find accessibility and adaptability of renewable energy in villages very extensive. A great innovative idea has converged itself into a policy decision that every house will have solar power. If we go to our Constitution, and we are in the last quarter of the century of adoption of the Indian Constitution, and today is a day when debate is taking place in Lok Sabha. Monday, Tuesday it will be in Rajya Sabha. Constitution has given us fundamental rights, but also fundamental duties. And when there is a challenge in the family, in society, in a group, or before the nation, we relegate our rights and give precedence to duties. I invite your attention in particular to Article 51, capital A. It is just not constitutional guidance. It has to be way of life with us. If we focus on those duties, energy conservation will be one of them. Equitable growth will be another. And these things, these duties are to be performed by individuals and they are easy to perform. They are easily performable. They only require a positive mindset and an attitude. We have set a target. India's 2070 carbon neutrality pledge, I would say, isn't ambitious enough. Climate chaos is overtaking us, and we must therefore act faster. The International Solar Alliance $1 trillion goal isn't just investment. It is life insurance for us. It's assurance of a dignified life. Quite often I wonder, and so I spoke to faculty and students of IIT Kanpur, that the national capital suffers every year on account of hazardous environmental situation arising out of burning openly. We must get into innovation mode, find a systemic solution. It should not be left to individuals. The system must come of age. I have been assured by the director, IIT Kanpur, that he'll look into the matter. Just imagine our lack of attention, our negligence is putting us in jeopardy in several ways. One, our health. Second, loss of hours of work. Third, disruption of normal life. And fourth, we need to take care of our children. We are giving them a heavy dose. You can't go to school on this day because pollution is very high. And therefore, everyone must converge to contribute what he or she can. Friends, the government has many policies, and the policies are being realized on the ground effectively. Otherwise, we wouldn't see rural landscape being so positively changed when it comes to renewable energy. Meeting 2030 renewable targets early, I wouldn't call it achievement. It is imperative to keep pace with the crime, to keep pace with the crisis which is falling. We don't have to anticipate. We can see it. One of the achievements of G20 was with respect to biofuels. The national biofuel policy is now much beyond a policy document. Its emergency response to petroleum addiction. We are the world's third largest bioethanol producer. We are being accredited for it. And this is turning out its use as a baseline strategy for survival. The bioenergy program is another important facet that will yield results. Green hydrogen. India is one of the few countries that are taking lead into it. Green hydrogen mission, the government has already committed 18,000 crores. By 2030, green hydrogen mission will generate huge investment of 8 lakh crores and employment for 6 lakh people. This is an indication that the government is moving in the right direction. But it requires people's cooperation also. Friends, I would therefore suggest also that we must impart to our children education about environment. They must be early learners of this menacing situation. I have indicated to the Honorable Minister, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan, and I am so happy to tell you, it's a work in progress. Youth innovation isn't just creativity. It's last-minute solutions we desperately need. I find for the first time, unlike my generation, that there is an ecosystem in place in the country that allows every youth in the country to unleash his or her energy, exploit his or her talent, potential, and reach the goal, realize aspirations. That ecosystem will be disrupted if we do not attend to this alarming scenario. Friends, we have no choice. There's only one way out. The way out is we will give all we can, individually and collectively, for energy conservation. Dialogue, discussion, debate are important. But when you have some time, here there is no time. I'll conclude with one aspect. Again, going back to that painting. Energy conservation of the individual is also important. The thought occurred to me the moment I looked at the painting, that if we in Parliament, including myself, we conserve our energy, think within first, motivate ourselves with a spirit of nationalism, then the results are bound to be very rewarding. So conservation of energy of the individual in the effort is also vital. If we use our energy, it will be dissipation. But if we use our energy wisely, in a prudent manner, it will be fruition and societal gain. I am extremely happy to associate myself, and what I have seen, I am greatly touched with respect to both the young boys and girls, their paintings, and also greatly accolade the involvement of the industry. But just think, is it enough? Should it not become a revolution? Should the entire industrial stream, trade, commerce, industry, business, social groups, NGOs, and individuals come together to participate in this great marathon march? Because the nation has set a target for itself to be a developed nation by 2047, when we have centennial celebrations of our independence. And if all goes well and this goes wrong, then our plans, not only our plans, plans of everyone on the planet will be upset. Wish you good luck. I take the pledge. I'm sure so would you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words and blessings. May I request all to kindly stand for the national anthem, please.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, sir.